in 2017. Yeah? Makes this even that much harder to vote yes is that it's being railroaded through Parliament by a government who has no problem in 2017, yeah, agreeing to 427 million Jamaican dollars and paying out 50% of that as a deposit for used cars for our police officers without any accountability. Even now, not a soul know where they carry them there. The same government with the ministers spending money on the big birthday cake. Who remember the Nutri-Bullet scandal?
Yes. Who remember?
Who remember that?
We remember.
Producing less, costing more, with no real accountability for distribution. Anybody here remember CMU and how taxpayers' money was being spent in 2019? The truth is that the same issues in all of those. Yeah, man, that was the used car scandal we talked about. The same issues, serious procurement breaches, contract bidding rules being breached, payments to connected persons as contractors. And it was the same issue with Petrojam, with Nesal. Who remember Western Hospitality Institute, yeah? That many thought was a eat a food prosperity thing and go on. So when all these things are on my mind, it makes me very uneasy. Yes? I also want to remind us that in most of the cases I've cited, what the Auditor General's recommendation was. It was about adherence to public procurement laws and the transparency of the process. But I guess now we don't have to worry about those because they're not even in there. Yeah? So you can ignore the transparency and you can ignore procurement laws. I believe that we do need, because the government has come here several times talking about the issues with procurement. And I have no difficulty if we believe that there needs to be changes, yes, around public procurement at this time. Then let's do it. Let's say that. Let's begin to see that at work in this bill that is before us. Yeah? On the narrow bill. And as persons would know, the opposition, the PNP, has some serious problems in terms of the lack of oversight, the lack of accountability, the lack of transparency, and so on. In that debate, there were several times that I had put up my hand. Certainly, we all had a chance to talk in that after the first reading of the bill. Right? When we went to the clause by clause this review of the bill, a number of persons tried to talk. I was one of those who actually on 3 different occasions had my mic on, which is a request to speak, and I was ignored. For those, I figured, a lot of other persons spoke and they made some of the points I would have wanted to make, so I kind of allowed that to pass. And even at one point, I would have wanted to make another point, but I allowed it to pass. And then we were at another point, and I really wanted to make a contribution at that point. I turned my mic on, and the speaker from where I sat looked over, turned sideways to address the government benches, and I called out to her, just in case it was that she had not seen me, and I called out 5 times.
5 times?
5 times. And I wasn't rowdy, I wasn't loud, just, Madam Chair, Madam Chair, that kind of thing. And I was ignored. And she just moved on to the government benches for a vote to be taken on that particular clause. So, I by then, I had reached, I think, a boiling point. And so, yes, I got up and I interacted with the mace. I touched it, took it up, which is not allowed by the standing orders. And I want to say this clearly because I see some people saying that what I did was against the Constitution of Jamaica. And I want to be very clear that the Constitution of Jamaica is different from the standing orders that govern how we operate in Parliament. And I did that because this wasn't the first day that we were all complaining about it. Right? She had done that to the leader of opposition business, the leader of the opposition, and I think there have been many other members on the opposition benches that she would have done that too. And it's something that we have been talking about. I mean, ever since they put in that new mic system, we have seen it as a weaponization of her authority and in how she rules. Because there are times when she even, you put her hand up to speak, she wants to find out what you want to say, and she keeps your mic off while you're supposed to answer that question, while her mic is on. So everybody's hearing what she's asking. No one will hear what you say when you say it. And what she wants to be able to do is to have you say it so she can then approve or disapprove. I take very strongly to that kind of way of operating as speaker. The mic is there so that if you ask me what it is I want to say, I should be allowed to say that on mic. If having heard it, you believe it is inappropriate, or you believe it is off topic, or you believe it is just not appropriate, then you can rule, and we take it from there.
Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show for this Monday, the 11th day of May, Child's Month. I want to say enough respect to all the parents who are taking care of the children. You know, big up on yourself. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Show them all the beauty they possess inside. Give them a sense of pride to make it easier. Let the children laughter remind us the way we used to be. I decided long ago that Shaka Fame will never live in anyone's shadow. If I live, if I believe. Yes! So, take care of the children. They are the future. How can we support a party that steals from the children? Can't. How can we support a party that use the children's plight to buy 110 old dollar bus and tell us that the cost is $1.4 billion? How can we? We can't. We've been looking at clips from Dr. Angela Brown Burke. Saw what she said in the parliament. And, she went far to say that some people in the parliament was flagged for building breach. If you didn't watch that interview on Saturday morning with Dr. Angela Brown Burke, I implore you to go and watch it. Yep. Saturday the 9th of May. It's about an hour long. Started about 35 minutes after the beginning of the show. Share it with everybody in your contact. Share it up, Portland Spice ambassadors. Share it up because, a lot of people have a lot to say. And it's not just two sides to stories. My grandfather, James Sarter, says 3 sides: your side, my side, and the truth. Because most of the times people talk because they want to look good or they want their side to look good. But if you're a just person and your search is for the truth, then you need to check out all sides. All sides. So, we have another clip from the Saturday morning show that we want to drop before we get into the discussion this evening. I am still trying to touch base with Dwayne Vaz because we want to talk about what happened down there in Westmoreland and moving out of the people from the schools 6 months going into 7 months after Hurricane Melissa. So let's go back to Dr. Angela Brown-Burke.
First, I think named me in a committee, which the chairman of the committee is not allowed to name me. It's done by the Speaker of the House. And the standing orders actually says that the chairman would then, having said what the issue is, would then revert to be going to Parliament, full session, and then what would follow. The first time it was done, actually, my government name, as people would say, Angela Brown-Burke, was not the name called. It was the constituency that was referred to, and the constituency was the wrong constituency. So again, I didn't, yeah. And so we were there having a little discussion about, how to proceed, the fact that there are some things that are not being right and what is recorded would not be correct. Anyway, when we got back to Parliament, I turned on my mic at that point, attempting to say something.
I heard that.
Now, it could be that I'd wanted, since we were now back in session, to apologize. It could be that is what I would have wanted to do. She doesn't know, nobody knows. And I was denied an opportunity to say
I think she said, that's not how it goes, that's not how it works.
That's correct. Absolutely correct. And so, okay, we stopped for a minute again, and she proceeded to complete the action that she had intended to take, which was to name me and ask me to leave the Parliament. Again, and I say to individuals, I am well aware that there are sanctions for going against the standing orders. And I am aware that by interacting with the means, it means that there is a reaction to that, an appropriate reaction, which I have no difficulty with, none whatsoever. What followed, though, and I see some people taking that on, but I see others pretending as if that is okay. I am expecting from the Speaker of the House a particular decorum, regardless of what the issues are. I'm expecting that the Speaker, in implementing a rule that exists and exercising an authority or power that she has, will do it in a particular way. Because at the end of the day, every single one of us are there. We are each there because some persons have voted for us and have sent us to Parliament to represent them. And so at the very least, common courtesy, mutual respect is what is demanded inside the House.
As I listened to some of the presentations, and I'm going to quote your last speaker, who said, there are those on the government side who say, don't stop. Let me explain to you that there are those on your side who will not vote Labour, but who have expressed the view that there are times when, as parliamentarians, we need to stand together for the betterment of this country. And I I want to commend to you all this evening that this is not time to campaign, because the campaign is over. And, hold on, and the people of Jamaica have spoken. They have chosen a government, and the government has a prime minister. So when we are speaking about the disaster that Jamaicans face, and I hear presentations that talk about make black people smarty and puss and butter, that is for an election campaign. That is not to address the seriousness of what Jamaicans suffer. I'm going to say to you that only last week, I had to reach out to a minister to help students to be able to take their exams up at the university because their parents have suffered tremendous damage under Melissa and are unable to pay the fees. Hold on. This is what now
Let me take down that woman.
has come.
Let me take her down. Take her down. Take her down. Let me take her down. Because sometimes some of them people I don't know what they matter about. And I am convinced that most of the GLP MPs are not aware that they are in government. MP Duane Vaz, good evening.
Good evening, Shaka. How are you doing? Things. And good evening to your listeners.
I am good in myself, but I am still worried about my Jamaican brothers and sisters and what is happening to them after Hurricane Melissa, especially down in your neck of the woods. Friday the 8th of May was the deadline given to remove all shelteries from our schools. Have that been done?
Yes. Well, first of all, in our situation, even though the deadline was May 8th to remove them from the shelter, that's not telling the true story. The true story is that they were supposed to be moved to suitable accommodation on that date.
Yes.
So it wasn't about just moving them from the shelter. It was about moving them to suitable accommodation. And down our side, the suitable accommodation that was spoken about was a site where they're supposed to build 50 houses. They said 20 in the first phase.
Yes.
But if I go to that site right now, you'll only see 6 bases being built. No sewage, no water, no electricity. So it is obvious that that site won't be ready anytime soon. Secondly, when they forced out the people on that day because they were trying to meet their deadline, the way how it was done was very inappropriate. It was disgraceful because they had no preparations made for these people because they have moved them to the teachers' flats next door. But it was obvious that it was a last minute and haphazard decision because when the people went over there, they were met by a rat-infested and filthy place that they had to clean up for themselves. Actually had to borrow the power wash from the high school and go over there and clean it up themselves. So I know that if this was somewhere they were planning to put the people, I am sure they would have at least prepared the place in a way that it would be decent for human occupancy. And for these persons to have gone through so much trauma of losing their houses in a hurricane and have to be put through something like this on deadline day, it was nothing short of disgraceful from the Ministry of Local Government. And that's why I've been really talking out against them since this particular issue, because it has been very disappointing the way how the people have been treated.
Tell us a little bit about where the people are now from, and this is just from the Petersfield High School.
Yes, they're right beside the high school. On the school property is the teachers' flats. But these are the last of people. Remember, a lot of persons left before, because they were given deadlines to move before. So you have people who have left who still don't have any decent accommodation. You have people even living under tents in some communities that were at the shelter but had to leave because they were given deadlines. But this last set of persons who were there, who moved on the deadline day, they are at the teachers' flats. But as I said, the flats were not prepared and ready for any sort of accommodation. The people had to get it ready themselves.
And before I ask you anything else, there were other schools in Westmoreland that had shelteries. Are those shelteries out as well?
Yes, as far as we know, all of them have been vacated by the persons there.
So the place where they are now, it is what you said, it's a former teacher's cottage.
Yep, man, it's a teacher's cottage for the Peters.
Teacher's cottage for the Petersfield High School. No teacher was living there. How long ago that has been abandoned? Because it sounds like it's an abandoned teacher's cottage.
Hello?
How long ago that teacher's cottage has been abandoned? Because it sounds like that to me.
How long ago?
It has been abandoned. No teacher was living. No teacher has been living
there. I can't speak to how long, but based on the condition of it, no teacher could never be staying in that place based on how it was. Yeah. Based on what they went there and saw,
yes,
it's obviously like it wasn't being occupied for a period of time.
And you said that it was rat infested and they had to power wash it down.
They had to borrow the power wash from the school and power wash it down themselves and get bleach and disinfectant and clean out the place properly before they could go in.
So you're saying
that's why I'm saying it is obvious it was a last minute decision.
So the government had no role to play in getting it ready. That is what you're saying?
Well, I would have thought as a caring government, if you're going to move somebody in a new accommodation, you would have prepared it for them.
But as the member of
Parliament,
fact that
it was not prepared.
As the member of Parliament, you weren't made aware that this is where the people would be going?
No, I wasn't made aware. I only knew of it until on deadline day. I knew, based on the fact that the persons who would be staying in the shelter started complaining and started putting out videos. That is when we were made aware.
So you weren't given a call that, MP, we are moving the people today and this is where they are going to be going, or we will be moving the people on Friday. This is where they will be going?
No, man, no communication from the minister.
But didn't you inquire where the people would be going when the deadline was issued?
Because as I said, the initial conversation, but every person in the shelter would have thought they were going to the site that that it was being prepared. But as deadline day got closer, they realized that obviously that site would not have been ready. So persons were really just anxious as to know where they would have been going at that point. So that was the situation.
So there is a site that was being prepared that all 50 persons would have been going to?
Yes, the site that is being prepared is supposed to house 50 houses.
Yes.
But they said they're going to do 20 in the first phase.
Yeah.
But as I just stated, I was on that site last week.
Yes, I saw a video.
Yes.
I saw a video with you showing 6 bases.
6 bases. So I'm assuming they're going to bring container houses to put on the bases. But there are 6 bases. No sewage has been put in. No water lines have been put in. No electrical lines have been put in. So it is obvious that this site will not be ready anytime soon.
We're talking to the Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, MP Dwayne Vaz. And Westmoreland is one of the hardest hit parish from Hurricane Melissa. Advocacy in the Senate said that there are, 1,000 houses or 700 houses? Something like that. Thousands of houses in Jamaica, based on what the Prime Minister had said about houses coming, container houses coming. Why are those houses not delivered to the people in Westmoreland, Mr. Vaz?
Well, but you have to ask the Prime Minister. We have heard about the reports that the houses are here. We would have thought that since the houses are here, they would have been given to the people already. I can't see why it is taking so long. And that is why we're calling on the government to step up their efforts. We're calling on the Prime Minister to step in and ensure a smooth transition so people can get the houses that have been promised to them. We're still waiting. We would have hoped it would have happened already, but it hasn't. And we're really calling on the Prime Minister to step in and see how quickly they can ensure that persons get what they have been promised.
Mr. Vaz, how many houses have the government delivered in your constituency since Hurricane Melissa?
I can't speak to any. I'm not aware of any. We delivered a couple of houses to some persons
No,
that we got
me not talk about houses where you
donated
go out
from
there and
private
get.
individuals.
No, me not talk about houses
No,
where
I
you
don't.
go out there and
I'm not aware. I am not aware of any that the government has given. I'm not aware of it.
You are saying to us this evening on Portland Spice TV, as the Member of Parliament for Central Westmoreland, you are not aware of the government of Jamaica delivering one single house to any of your constituents?
Not even one. I'm not aware of it. I'm not aware of that.
What about the roofs program? How has that been going with your people?
Well, the roofs program, some persons have gotten assistance, many haven't. The thing is, because the Ministry of Labour would have done the assessments and the recommendations, we didn't have any input in that process. So what has been happening is that some persons in some communities would have said they received, while others wouldn't. So persons are asking questions as to what was the legitimacy of the choices that were made, because they have, for example, neighbors who would have been in the same situation. One person get, one didn't. So persons who would have been in worse situations who would have been assessed, who have seen persons in less major situations would have gotten. So it's not clear as to what was the criteria that was used. You understand? So we're not sure. But the persons are also having issues with getting some of the benefits. For example, the monetary part of it, many persons have been asked to go to Montego Bay, to go to remittance agencies when we have some in South. So persons are wondering why they have been sent so far to collect the money. So it's a whole level of confusion that I think if proper consultations were made, we would not have been having so many issues with regards to the administration of the program. But as we speak now, we're having many issues with persons not being able to get the assistance. That are those who have gotten the messages on their phone.
Yeah.
And then you have a lot of them who still have not gotten any correspondence from the government. They're in limbo, wondering if they'll be receiving any benefits or not. They're still waiting because the government says it's a phase by phase thing, so they have to wait to see if they'll be on the next phase.
Are you comfortable with how the assessment was done in your constituency?
No, I'm not comfortable. The thing is, because no involvement was made, the communication was not forthcoming for us to exactly know what is happening. So we can't be comfortable when many people are still out there complaining that they haven't gotten any benefits. As I said, we have heard some people who would have indicated that they would have gotten the benefits. So we know people who would have gotten it. But the majority of persons who would have spoken to are still awaiting a response to see if they would have gotten something.
How many people in your constituency are still living under tarpaulin?
Boy, it's too much to count. Everywhere you turn in my constituency, it's like blue is the new color for roofs. Because everywhere you turn, you see a blue tarpaulin somewhere on the houses. So there are numerous persons. I really don't have a number, but there are hundreds of people who still are in certain situations, because some people just cannot afford to actually make any move with regards to their houses at this point. So it's really a difficult situation, and we just have to figure out how we can move forward to assist persons as best as we can. But it's really difficult for MPs because we really don't get that type of funding where we can assist persons to build a house. Our program is very minimal when it comes on to what we can do. So it's really difficult to figure out how we can assist persons in this type of way.
Two more things, and then I'm seeing something in the chat room that I want to mention to you. One of the things that I am worried about, do you think that the people of your constituency and Westmoreland in general is being victimized by the government because the government didn't win back the seats down there?
There is a lot of evidence of that. There's a lot of evidence of that because we would understand when you get victimized for roads and stuff like that. But when you have a disaster like this and you are seemingly trying to ensure that it is not a balanced approach, then it really shows a lot with regards to the administration that is there. So yes.
The hurricane season, the next hurricane season is a few weeks. We could bring it down to days away. What are your major concerns going into the next hurricane season?
Well, the major concern is the housing situation. Many persons have not been able to get back on their foot. And those who have started to rebuild, persons have to be rebuilding the way how they did before. What I'm referring to there is the wooden structures that we have in their constituency. Because of the land regularization issues, most people don't own the land that they live on. So they build wooden structures that are temporary because they don't know when persons will come back for the land that they have. So what is happening now, instead of persons being able to build permanent structures after this hurricane, they have to be building but the same type of structures. And if another hurricane like Melissa comes back, we'll be in the same situation that we were before. We have situations again with regards to drain cleaning and disaster mitigation stuff. Like drain cleaning and bushing, we have been allocated $2 million for the constituency, which is grossly inadequate with the amount of drains and stuff that rivers that we have that needs to be maintained. This is going to be a drop in the bucket and really cannot do much with regards to mitigating against any disaster that will be coming. So we're really hoping and praying that we have a very calm hurricane season because we really cannot take anything again like that because obviously we would not be prepared just like we were the last time. And the funding has not been forthcoming for us to get in any real preparation mode. So that's the real issue going forward in the new hurricane season.
But based on what you are saying, MP Vaz, with so many people still under tarpaulin, and I think that the Met Office is saying that we are expecting a lot of rain from May. How are those people going to fear?
Speaking to these people, sometimes they have a genuine fear in the time the place get dark. When the dark clouds come over because they are wondering how they are going to cope. And as I said, it's really tough for them. It's really tough on all of us. It's just being down there and seeing the situation and being around the situation every day. It's a really terrible thing to see. And we're really calling on the authorities to see what more you can do. Because as I said, what has been done is grossly inadequate.
Somebody in the chat room is asking if you can't take the government to court. Is that a possibility? Is that something that
we have
all three members of parliament in Westmoreland and maybe I think the two over there in Hanover may be fearing the same? Is that possible?
Well, anything is possible. We have not spoken about that as yet because we are still hoping that they would have come forth with certain things. So that discussion has not been had. But if it reaches that stage, I wouldn't have an issue moving forward with that because, as I said, the people deserve better and they are in a tough situation and persons have expected that the more resources would have been forthcoming to assist.
But going into June right now, MP, as I just said, the hurricane season, you can count it as days away. Don't you think that the thing is at a stage now where something need to happen like today, yesterday?
Yesterday, it should have happened from yesterday. And that's why we are pressing and hoping that some more resources will be put forward to assist some people in short order. Because as I said, June 1 is right around the corner. We don't know what will happen. The year before last, we had a hurricane very early when Beryl came in July.
Yes.
So anything can happen at any time. So we really need to fast track whatever we're doing so we can get the people in a safer zone and persons with a mindset that they feel a bit comfortable compared to what they're feeling now.
The last time we spoke, you said to me that you don't think the government realized that there's a crisis down there. Do you think
they still don't?
Do you think you have done
still
enough
don't.
to
Sometimes
show
I
them
wonder
this crisis?
Well, I think the entire country and people from abroad everywhere have acted as if there's a crisis except the government. So I'm not sure if it's because they're not in the situation every day. Well, I don't understand how serious the issue is. But I just think the response to a crisis should have been much better than what we have seen. And that is why I've always stated that I don't think they realize how difficult the situation is. and obviously they're not treating it as a crisis situation.
My final question to you, MP Vaz. You spoke about the type of houses. Majority of the houses are board houses because people are not on their land and therefore they're not putting down permanent structures. Are there enough government lands in Central Westmoreland and Westmoreland in general that you believe that the government could have used some of these lands to relocate the people and give them some permanency?
Yes, man, there are enough lands. Remember, it's not everybody would need to be relocated.
Right.
There are a lot of settlements that are government settlements that can be regularized. So it's not everybody are thinking about moving to somewhere else. But we have sufficient lands down there to facilitate the regularization of those who are already on some lands and the relocation of those who would have to relocate.
What are you going to do about
it? It is just for the government to find the will to do it. When there's a will, there's a way.
You're part of government, MP.
Yes.
So we're
a part of it.
What
and
is
that's
your
why
role
our
in
role as
all
a
of this?
opposition, we have to continue. We have to continue to speak about it until it gets done. Remember, we don't have the handle to make those changes by ourselves, but we try to ensure that we contribute in Parliament. We try to speak out for the people, and we have to hope that the government will find it in their heart to really to agree with us so we can move Jamaica forward.
Anything you want to say finally before I let you go, MP?
Well, I was going to say to all the residents, not only in Westmoreland, but in Jamaica, we have to come together. We have to work together to ensure we move this country forward. We have to hold the government accountable. We have to speak out until we get what we deserve.
Thank you very much, my brother. MP Dwayne Vaz from Central Westmoreland. Thank you for joining us this evening, my brother.
Thank you for having me.
At short notice. One love.
Okay, one love.
That was the MP for Central Westmoreland. And you hear him. You heard him. Morning, evening, good day, Mr. Edwards.
Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Bell.
Yes, sir.
I'm listening to you and MP Dwayne Vaz.
Yes, sir.
And I want to ask you a question, but I'm afraid you may not give me the true answer. You've been impressed with the MP in this interview and how he's really representing the people who he been given impressed in this interview.
If I was impressed with him,
all right.
I think he answered all the questions.
All right, I'll give you an example.
Mm.
He mentioned about the relocation of the people. And he said there was a site to build some 50 houses. The plan was to build 20 before
28.
First and
I think him said 28.
All right, 28.
Mm.
And he said he visit the site, which is good, and it only see like 6 foundations. And he know from there that it won't be ready for the date in which the people is to move out.
Mm.
And him not keep in touch with the minister and the ministry to find out what is the plan, what to decide to do. As the NP, I need to be up to date. The cottage them in which the people were relocated to, I saw it on the TV, and the building itself looked really good. Well, I agree with him that if them unoccupied and locked up, they need to be cleaned out. And the government should have made sure that did happen before they put them in it. But eventually, the people ending up after clean it out themselves. But the building itself they were looking really good on the TV because I come on the TV and I saw
No, man, but if it were teacher's cottage, you'd expect the buildings to look good. But as he said, and as you agree, that if they were locked up for some time,
yes,
you know, there may be issues. But nephew,
yes.
wouldn't you agree that it was a last-minute move they make?
I get that impression for you.
And
I
wouldn't
get
you
that.
agree?
I get that.
Wouldn't you agree that Desmond Mackenzie is not the nicest guy to deal with when it comes to these things? So maybe if Dwayne call him 2-3 times, maybe diss him.
I'm not going to dispute that. I'm not, honestly to God, I'm not going to dispute that. And I will want to agree with you, dear. But where I have an issue, Colin,
Yeah.
you guys is coming across like if the PNP were there, things would have much, much better.
I assure you
for
that.
these people.
I assure you that things would have been better for them. Yes.
It's going to be very hard for me to debate that with you because the PNP is not there.
But let me tell you why I said that, nephew. Let me tell you why I said that. And you have been listening to this program for some time, before Hurricane Melissa. Right?
Yes.
And you would have heard me after the hurricane saying, one, the government should employ 2,000 to 3,000 people. Put them on the ground and get the assessment done in 7 days. You remember that?
I remember you were balling out for that.
To date,
Colin,
when you listen to the Minister of Social Security, you know, realize I'll know the assessment not done.
But they not close it up?
No, him said assessment still a go on, and self-reporting still a go on. And you heard MPs came and said don't close it down yet because there are people that have still not been assessed.
Yes.
You know, hear all of that?
Yes. I hear all of that. But
so
I am honestly, Dwayne Vaz is somebody I have a lot of respect. But honestly, I am not convinced that he, as an MP, is really giving it the attention he should give in the interest of the people. Because when you ask him about the roof work program,
yes,
that him a feel, you know.
What he said, let me remind him, say him know people will get.
Yes.
But a lot of people have not gotten. And the minister also told us that say, not everybody who got assessed going to get, not even will get. Him say, not everybody will get assessed are going to get.
Dwayne could get all that information from Minister Charles' ministry to find out about how much people would have gotten that kind of benefit.
But look here, hold on. Minister Charles told the nation that is 40,000 people get.
Yes.
And is over 100,000 people that need.
Yes.
So even by me asking him that question, I know that is a lot of people down there don't get. Nephew, let me say this to you. Nephew. Do not come here and try to defend the indefensible. The government, nobody can defend this GLP-led administration as to how the people in Westmoreland and Hanover are being dealt with. Nobody can defend the government. Because the government, even by themselves, tell you how much them fall short.
Mr. Bell.
Yes,
Mr. Bell.
Yes.
All I am begging you, sir.
Yes.
Don't use the program to give the people the wrong impression that the GLP government is. That the GLP government is a disaster when it come on in dealing with the people.
But nephew, they are not by my view, by the facts, even by the information given by the government. It shows that they have been lacking, they have been slow. It shows signs of incompetence. It shows signs of heartlessness. They have money. The government have money on the nephew. That the only excuse that would be excuse that could be credible why people are still living the way they are living and worrying about the hurricane season coming next month is if the government could come and tell us that they don't have the money. They cannot tell us that. And therefore the government has been derelict And I don't want to believe it is political victimization, but you can't rule it out.
A lot of people out there is trying to rock with the system, to, Mr. Bell. Don't forget that.
And you know why that come in place, nephew? You know why that can happen? Because the government was slow. The government took too long to finish the assessment. And that's why we were preaching right here that the assessment needs to be done now, right now. Employ 2,000 to 3,000 people. Put them on the ground. 7 days and done it. When people are shocked from the disaster. People now plan for tell no lie yet. People are going there and help. When you make the thing stay 2 months after the hurricane, it's that time now people start thinking, yo, how much me can rip off of the government? How much me can rob? How me can get the money out of this?
Me I got over my time. Me see with some lovely phone and me watch upon the thing there. YouTube. Beg you one of them cell phone when me can use to promote the Jamaica Labour Party government.
Little more, Neville. Little more. Have a good evening. Head boy, bless up and good evening. Welcome.
Hey, let me mute this.
You know.
Hey, brother Colin.
Bless up, head boy. Wagwan.
You know, I'm listening to my Parishina nephew, right?
Yes.
And you know, we welcome here because we welcome all views to content.
Yes.
Yeah. But one of the things that I don't think nephew is aware of, or he might not be aware of, that Minister Mackenzie is one of the most unapproachable ministers in the government.
I don't know him like that, but when I saw his response to the JTA that says this man, God of grace, you're talking about education, and the man shut down the JTA and tell them you have no authority. That's the posture of this government, you know.
Desmond made me a junior counselor at KCC in 2011. Yes?
Yes.
Recommendation of my school. I have known Desmond Mackenzie since 2009. Desmond has changed. He's a political, vitriolic person. Not change. Once it has any ounce of PNPism in that individual, Desmond is going to attack them. You can rest assured. I can tell you what is happening in the constituency in Central Westmoreland, why the people can't get any help. They have the former candidate, the former MP, who is receiving government subsidies to give to the people.
That's George right.
That's George wrong.
The man who beat the woman with the stool.
The man who beat the woman with the stool. And what they're doing, they're using the same former candidates who have lost. And it started with Colonel Charles Jr. and him could come take me to court because it is my views and it is not your views. The first attempt they did was when they went in to distribute the packages. And Mr. Vaz was not aware of it. Nobody called him. Nobody, many packages were available. Even when him reached out to them said nothing available. But the same day, George Wright was seen in the constituency issuing packages.
Yeah.
How could that be fair as an elected representative that you are being bypassed in everything, and they're doing it specific to West Nova and St. James South. And I tell you what, Colin, I may not care if nobody wants to say I'm being political. I do not trust the government. According to Christopherson, there is a trust deficit which exists. And how do you overcome trust deficits? It's by being open with people. By opening up the process. You've been calling in on the very first day after the storm. You said it. You said, why not ask 2,000 people across the country to go do the assessments and then also assemble builders from in areas that were not heavy hit to go into the areas that are the hardest hit? You've been saying it.
We're not talking after the fact, you know, brother. We're not talking after the fact.
No, you can.
We said what we said then, and we are now showing you what the failures of the government are after we gave them good advice.
But you know what's their issue? They don't want anybody to hold accountable. A matter of, I want to ask, where are the houses, the containers them claim them purchased? Because we were told initially by Minister Montague that 5,000 container homes would have come. Yes? Minister MP Vaz just spoke to about what, 800 to 1,000? They said that is available.
Who that?
Where are they?
No, me hear Madka in the Senate saying how much house they on the wharf. And then me hear the pig say, whole heap of house down a wharf it come off.
So why they don't clear them?
No.
These are earmarked for government. They shouldn't be going. Let me tell you what it is. They're waiting, and I'm warning Jamaicans. They're waiting until closer to the local government elections to help intending, thinking that we're going to give them a vote because help. They will help.
A lot of the hurricane
belong
burial money. A lot of hurricane burial money was paid just before the last general election, you know.
Of course.
Yes, man.
But you know, Colin, I want to say high time, and I said it today on Conrad O'Brien's program. I want to remember 2 senators who seemingly have made it their point of duty to come out and attack people unnecessarily. That is Apka Fitzenley and Morgan. I want to tell them that Jamaica is ripe for revolution. That 90 miles from us in 1956, yes, there was a revolution in Cuba. 1801 had their revolution, yes, and later.
Who? Head boy, we lost you.
1970 indication. You hear me now?
Yes, we hear you now.
Every single indicator that there will be a possible revolution in Jamaica. In what form will it take? I am not certain. In what way it will be done? I am not certain. But there is no well-thinking human being that could sit in a country and see how these people want to steal, rob, thief, and treat poor people in this manner, and don't get up and say, if history absolves me, let it absolve me. But we can't. And I warn them, you know, when the revolution comes, collaborators are the first to be dealt with. I can't leave you.
Little more, my brother. Hello, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Marshy. Turn off the instrument in the background for me. We lost Marshy. You know, we have to insist that as a nation, we take care of our people. Go ahead, Marshy. Good evening. Yes.
Listen, you talk about that man Mackenzie. Colin?
I'm listening. Marshy, I'm listening.
You hearing me?
Yes, man, we're hearing you.
All right. Deadman Mackenzie have a problem. His problem, because of good behavior, Dodos will soon be released.
And therefore?
What me say?
And therefore?
You know, me and man and we understand each other. I mean, we know, but now I tell you, say, not draw me tongue. Right?
No, never.
Right, we let them think that. Good. But that man Mackenzie, watch out. Soon be released. No, I am Dodo soon be released. No, I heard Dalrymple Philibert, the woman who now no memory, who can remember Mercedes Benz, right?
No, she's a rich lady. When you're wealthy, not rich, she's wealthy. Yeah. When you're wealthy, you don't remember how much cars you have in your garage, youth. You don't know that?
You don't remember.
She's a wealthy lady.
Yeah, right. And she said, it's not time to campaign.
No.
That is true. It's not time to campaign. It's time for the people to feel real pain.
Hey, boy.
Right? And they are feeling real pain. And I want to agree with Neville in part, you know, concerning Dwayne Vaz. You see, if the Jamaican people and the parliamentarian, they get up off of them backside and take to the street the right and proper way, it would be a different situation. But they sit back and playing like them go to Catholic church and Anglican church, you know, like you sit down in Catholic, oh, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us, sinners, run up there, water bed. And they get up like the Robbie Rosa Well, when you see them politicians.
Marshy, where you gone? Come back. We're talking to Mr. Marsh on the phone. It is time, you know.
You're not.
Yes, I hearing you now. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's time we get up and start Mr. We should start behave like we're Anglican and Catholic, man.
Mm.
I like the Robbie Rose, a Church of God, man, and Pentecost. We go there and rough up the thing. Stop the foolishness, stop the sit down and just humble thing. So I agree with me. If they involved, then it's to come, we are take to the street. And we now left until.
So something come down here.
Sitting down.
Humble calf now drink no milk again, you know. Humble calf get pushed aside.
Humble calf don't get any milk. And let me tell you, it's a trick. It's a trick. Them play when them say humble calf get milk, you know. Why them never say the humblest goat kid or the humblest dog puppy? Guess what? The cow sell them, the cow have twin, you know, one calf them have, you know. So the cow we get in milk, you know. But you see, if you couldn't say the humblest kid, you see how the kid run around the mother breast.
Yes.
You see the amount of puppy where the dog have and the amount of piglet.
Yes.
Them have to compete to get milk.
Yes.
So that is why they set up the trick and tell you about humble calf. This humble calf business no work.
That's true, because cow,
So we have to
cow
get
normally
up
have one calf. Are very rare when they have two.
Exactly. So that's why these guys set up this trick and all of them. Because enough trick, them play upon we, you know. You see what them tell, you see one trick when they won't tell you again about Rolling Stone gather no mass. Them not tell you the truth about Rolling Stone, you know.
What is the
Rolling
truth?
Stone are dangerous. The truth about Rolling Stone, you have to get out of the way because it will roll on fire and kill you.
That is it. That is it. And them also tell you about word is wind. So when a man says something to you, no mean nothing. Them say word is wind. Word not have no meaning. Yeah, that's another trick. Then trick us because we now know that word sound is power. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God.
Amen, my bro.
Yes, man.
You see, so we need to get up. We need to start something. We cannot trust this prime minister anymore. If you start the lie them what the prime minister tell you, you know, we are going to stay for the rest of the program, you know.
Yes, man.
Because we can't trust these people, and we sit back. They're room to celebrate. Fair constituency get any of the hurricane?
A little. Them get a touch, man. A whole heap of parishes get touch, you know. Trelawney get good touch some places. Remember, St. James get good lick some places. Portland get licked some places. So there are a lot of parishes that get hit from the hurricane that we're not focusing on. But the truth of the matter is, Marshy, we did say it right after the hurricane that the government was moving too slow. And here is it, that a lot of people have not gotten any assistance to date. Had it not been for entertainers and social media practitioners and kind business people who went down there and people from overseas who send down stuff, the people down there would have dead for hungry already. Some of them would have dead for living out a door.
Yeah. Well, somebody who I believe him can't read. I'm a friend. I believe him can't read, but him said to me, Marsh, may I tell you a trick where government are play. The next hurricane season is just around the corner. So they might wait till then seeing people there dropping a disaster again. They might just put everything together and come out and boast and everything. So 2 in 1 them did not go get.
So they must get mashed up before.
They must get mashed up before. That's the whole trick because the next hurricane will leak down there, you know. It not have so much house to blow down again, you know. And the tent it go blow, you know, because the tent city become, you know.
And then,
so the damage go less.
More people will die this time around. Because they are not living in proper structures.
Yes. And now what house they have now, they are pick and choose where to pick because they might pick where the voters are, you know. That then can put the jail fee in a certain place, you know. That's the whole trick, you know. A pure nastiness this government will do. But guess what? The PNP sit down too much.
All right,
in my opinion.
Blessings.
Get up half hour, we sit down.
And do some work. Respect. 876-804-7072. Neville Wagwan.
Hello, good evening, Colin.
What go on, my brother?
Good. Boy, I'm there. I listen to everything and I look what's going on in the globe.
Yes? What's going on?
After Donald Trump going to visit the president of China.
Yeah? When?
And after the visit, this week. This week they're
that.
going to have a summit. Hello?
Me never see that.
Yeah, man, they're going to have a summit this week.
Hey, hello.
Yeah, after the summit this weekend.
You mean Donald going to meet with Xi Jinping?
Yeah, I'm going into China to meet with Xi Jinping.
Him going. Him have to go.
Yeah. And then after the meeting finished, it seems as if they're preparing to drop bombs this weekend.
On Iran?
On Iran, yes.
Then something that Iran left a bomb?
Yeah, man, they're going to bomb Iran because they said that they want all the uranium out of Iran.
And Iran said they're not giving it up.
Yeah, Iran say they are part of the nuclear proliferation treaty.
Yes,
and they're not
told us
breaking
about
any
that this
international
morning.
law.
Yes.
And they are a sovereign country, and they have a right to do what they want to do.
Hope well, good evening. Good evening, Nardi.
So,
Marley, good evening.
So,
Fitzroy, big up yourself.
So,
continue, Neville.
Colin, we're going to go into a serious, it shall be a long, hot summer.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's going to be a long, hot summer. You know what? Some of the home economics that I am putting into my home.
Tell the people.
Yeah, let me tell you 3 of them. Number 1, this morning I went down to a store downtown and I bought myself a thermos. And I'm going to start travel with my favorite herbal tea in my thermos every day.
Yes.
And whenever
Never. I don't understand why the call somewhere in the middle of the calls them always get dropped. Never.
Hello?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah,
Never.
I'm here.
Continue.
Yeah, I'm going to be traveling with my thermos.
Yes.
And when I'm ready to drink anything on the road, I'm going to resort to my warm cup of tea.
Yes, you're in a thermos cover.
Not going to spend any money on their juices anymore.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm at home, I'll be drinking my lemonade.
Oh yes, I like water.
Yeah, because
I love water.
Yeah, because lemonade and water. Second thing I will be doing, I close down my washing machine.
Oh?
Whenever I'm going to have a bath, like tonight before I go to bed.
Yeah.
All the clothes that I wear today, I just carry it in the shower with me in my liquor bath. And I just wash them out because I change clothes every day. Not washing, not storing any clothes anymore to wash at the end of the week or the end of every 2 weeks. Lock down my washing machine. That's supposed to can cut down some of my light bill.
What else?
And I stop giving away my money to people. I stop it. Nobody can beg me $100 or $200 anymore and get it.
What the boy?
Because what I realize with these people is as if they don't care about the country fundamentally. They're not paying attention to what the government is doing, and they're not paying attention to what other people is trying to do with them. Because the government seems as if he wants all of your money, and you know if he say nothing.
Wow.
It can't work in my world anymore.
So those are the 3 things you're putting in place. Buying your thermos to carry around your hot tea.
Yes, to drink it in the days when I'm on the road.
Lock down the washing machine, wash your clothes when you're going to the shower, and you're not giving no more of your money.
No, me stop giving money. Hey, Colin.
Yeah.
You know, so right now in Jamaica, when me do my fundamental checking, I give away more money than I save.
Yeah, that's easy. That's easy to believe. Easy to believe, Neville.
Yes.
Easy to believe.
I used to believe in a concept named brotherly love, you see? But I realized that the average Jamaican, they're not looking for love. And as my guru tell me 2 years ago, money has become their God.
Wow. We have Ralston on the line. We have Ralston on the line. Raleigh, good evening.
my guru.
Yes, sir. Blessed. Yeah, man. Bless up.
I want to ask you a question, my guru.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Colin.
Yes.
I must come in here on the program this morning. It's a revolution in radio.
Ah, tell her.
You have created a revolution in radio.
Yeah.
Understand? They're going to ask you a question, you see?
Mm-hmm.
Are you a rich person, Ralston?
No.
Ralston, me don't know, but tell me, information. I hear you this morning talking about infrastructure. Is information and infrastructure?
Yeah, man. You have information infrastructure. You have physical infrastructure. Yeah, man.
Well, you see the information infrastructure.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need to pay more attention to make people pay you for your information.
Yeah.
Because
correct,
you see this information thing?
Yeah.
They're using misinformation to make a lot of money in this country and all across the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because you see what we need to do now in this country? People like you, Colin, Ed Boy, and all the contributors to this program, we need to find a way so that we can keep this program getting more creative. Coming on in the early morning like this morning, putting some people into bed at nights. So we have to create a core group within the 10,000 subscribers that you have, Colin.
Yeah,
and
man.
let us work my bank account or wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
And we can contribute to the program.
Well, as I tell the people this morning, Neville, there is a Cash App account on the profile of Portland Spice TV. Anybody can contribute. Anybody who wants to contribute.
Yeah, most people don't even know about this app thing.
Well,
Tell them say you're setting up a bank account in your favorite bank.
We are going to set up an account for Portland Spice TV.
Yeah, because Colin, I see bigger entity than you. Bigger entity than you who the advertising dollar drop.
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
They are trying to create other ways of raising revenue.
Yeah.
And if you have 1,000 core people in this group, out of this 10,000 who mean the country good, who mean the next generation good, who want to keep Ralstonheim and information infrastructure going across the world so that people can wake up and know, hey, if a man contribute 5,000 a year, 5,000 times 1,000, a $5 million that can go a long way to help you with your infrastructure. You know?
Yes, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Come here, tell you the truth. We're going to put a 5,000 in the account right a morning.
We're going to set it up.
And that will serve me for the year because Ralston.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Set it up.
Ralston.
Yes, sir.
What
man.
when money becomes the people's God, sir?
Yeah, see all the things about, man, all of the corruption, the murders, all of those things, no more brotherly love, you know, so it's just about money, so the world just get wickeder.
The love of money is the
root of all evil.
Yeah.
The love of money is the root of all evil.
Yeah,
yes,
man.
And Ralston, last thing I want to ask you. Like how the government raise up the things them. And the inflation that is coming from the war. Don't the government going to collect more GCTs, huh?
Yeah, man. Particularly on things for which demand is inelastic like fuel.
And then the government going to go in front of the parliament and say no new taxes. But the cash flow gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
A cash flow people will learn about cash flow.
Yeah, man. Cash is king in this environment.
make at least $1.50 more on him GCT.
Yeah, man.
All right, Neville.
So all the senior citizens going to survive in this country.
Them can't survive. Them can't survive. Them have to cut them standard of living. Some of them have to go eat less, buy less of them medicine, and all of them things there.
All the people who are on pension going manage rally will depend
them
on
can't manage.
pension.
Them can't manage. Them have to go depend on charity, and I say them have to go cut them consumption levels. Them have to buy less of the drugs that them need to get. Some of them are actually die. That's the reality that of where we are right now.
Never.
Yeah.
Never, little more, never.
To be continued?
To be continued, my brother. Bless up yourself.
Yep, a luta continue.
I mean, your food basket never empty.
Hallelujah. Yeah. All right, my brother. Raleigh.
Yep.
What went down today? Give us an update.
Nothing.
Tell us what went on.
Just a quiet day today. The stock market fell again today. Just a quiet day. Nothing enough dramatic.
What about the global scene? The people saying that Donald Trump going down to Xi Jinping?
Yeah, well, I'm supposed to meet President Xi on Wednesday. So we'll discuss a range of issues, including tariffs, including the war with Iran, including the Straits of Hormuz and all of those things. He want President Xi to help him get the place cleared. But President Xi can't tell the Iranians that because the Iranians already draw a red line. You got me?
Yes.
Yeah, what the Iranians are saying is that, one, they want reparations for the place where the man mash up them place.
Oh.
Two, they want the sanctions to be lifted so that them can get back the money that the US take off for them. And three, them want manage the Strait of Hormuz. And four, them not give up them nuclear program because it is for peaceful purposes. And them say that is a red line. The Donald say it is unacceptable. So the man them so ready for more war.
So Iran not backing down, Raleigh.
The man them say them not about to the great Satan. The man them say that straight.
But that don't sound like a country will lose the war. Because America is saying that them win the war and the war over. Yeah,
that is just American propaganda. The Iranians are saying that their military capabilities are 120% more than what it is before. And that they are 1,000% willing to defend their people and defend their integrity. And as them said this morning, them now about the great Satan because Trump said the plans and things that them are asked for totally unacceptable. And the Iranian response is that we're not about to the great Satan.
Let's take a call. Caller, good evening. Yeah. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Brother Colin.
Yes, caller, go right ahead. We're listening.
Good evening.
You know, I hear Uncle Ralston. Good evening, Uncle Ralston.
Good evening. Good evening.
When it comes to the Dragon Z, remember, he already established BRICS prior to this war.
Yeah.
He will not listen. He has no time for Donald Trump. Donald Trump only said that he's going to China for, it's like he thought it could create a leverage to the Iranian. The Iranians not listening.
No.
And he's gonna cancel for China.
No, man, he's going.
He's gonna cancel for China. China not no time for Donald Trump.
No, man, not cancel. He's going. He's going on Wednesday.
It's not the first he had canceled since this year to China. Remember, he already canceled one already, you know. They already moved on leaving him.
I'm saying to you, he's going on Wednesday.
Well, let us see if he goes, because I'm telling you that this a long, how many hours before Wednesday morning, and I don't foresee him going.
Yeah, man, he's going, man.
Not after the way he behaved and talk and carry on with about China. I don't think so. I will see then.
Hold on now. So, caller, you are predicting 48 hours before Wednesday, or 48 hours to Wednesday. You are predicting that Donald Trump will cancel that trip. He's not going.
There's going to be a change. Yes, absolutely.
Raleigh, you are confident that he's going. Why are you so
confident? Man, he's going, man. He's going. The more help from the Chinese.
What can he? Uncle Ralston, question then, since you're that, and I always concede to your expertise and your knowledge. This Iran is the one of the oldest religion and society.
Yeah, man, 5,000 years. Yeah.
Earth.
Yeah, man.
And Iran and China already has an agreement which is not going to change. Look at it carefully. What Trump can bring to China now for China to change their mind, not after Venezuela, not after all, because if you recall, Venezuela, Iran, and I think a couple of those Middle East countries, they are the one who started OPEC. Right. Yes. So they started OPEC. China, who is the one as the biggest receiver and buyer of oil to run their economy, will not mess with Iran, where they have a sound agreement, workable agreement. America is so erratic, so uncertain, so disruptive. They'd have no leverage, nothing to bring to China. China don't trade without you, because China trade with honor, you know. So what America has to bring to China, that China would try to mess with the Iranian agreement and relationship to suit Donald Trump. Donald Trump don't have no clout, no leverage, no respect, nothing. So when my bring come, all right, I'll leave that then and wait. The next thing I was talking about, Colin and Uncle Ransom, you remember me that talk about chicken back and tin mackerel? No, flour raised. So in teaching us a little bit now, Uncle Ralston, about finances, because you know you're a financial planner in your own way. The present value of Jamaica stock, Jamaica economy, Jamaica investment, Jamaica dollar. What prediction, is there any future value right now in Jamaica? Like, because that's the only way we would get investment. If there is any future value in anything we would invest in Jamaica now.
Well, if the government want to correct the situation, as we say, there has to be investments in the energy sector, which would allow us to save a whole lot of foreign exchange and improve the value of the Jamaican dollar. Government will have to invest more in food security, which would allow us to save a whole lot of money. The food import bill was 2.1 billion last year. The energy bill was 1.74 billion. So if you look at those two bills, you're looking at 3.74 billion US dollars. So even if you cut them by 20%, you will save a whole lot of money. So the investment will have to go rapidly into those sectors. We need more investments in education and technology so that we can have a more efficient labor force. So those are some of the main things on the road sector, main things that we need to be investing in order to save foreign exchange and encourage investors to come in. We also need to improve the level of accountability. That is why the Naira bill is such a big problem, because investors are also focused on accountability and corruption, particularly in this time when money is scarce and prices are rising because of the war. So those are some of the main things that we would suggest that the government has to invest in order to improve investor confidence. Yep.
So that means now, right now, what that means right now, Uncle Ralston, nobody will want to invest until those factors are at least bolstered. No, how much months or years? If they say for instance, stick a pin, hypothetically that they listen to you, Uncle Ralston, and they implement all these rights, say in the next 2-3 months, you see things start to happening, and it's a consistency. How many months or years would you give any, or you say yourself, or even me, would start to say, okay, it will give me a sense of like, say, I can invest then, because nobody now go invest now, as you said. For what we see, nobody now go come. But if those things are met and say give itself consistently, and as we said, even the Naira bill is adjusted and all that, then would you say how many years? 1 year, 2 year, 3 years?
I'd say in a year time, going into 2 years, we'd start growing again, and we'd get back to where we were before Melissa in maybe 5 years or so.
Wow.
In spite of the war.
Yep.
But that's if we get it right, Raleigh.
Yeah, that's the point I'm making.
That's
so if we drop it,
come back down to it. So it come back now right down to this administration. This administration is the red herring. This administration is the dirty water, is the mud in the water. This administration is the impediment to Jamaica being what it can be and has the potential to become.
Particularly the office of the Prime Minister.
Well, they said Nara is the savior.
That's the biggest, but
which part?
Yeah, but it's going into the same bottle.
Hypothetical, no man. Please, it is so serious now.
They said that Nara is the savior. You hear Chris Tufton in the Parliament say, if we had Nara, Cornwall Regional would be finished.
Chris Tufton is no credible. Chris Tufton is a nincompoop.
Hold on there, caller. Hold on there. Chris Campbell, good evening.
Yes, good evening, Ralston. Good evening, Colin.
Good evening.
Hey, let me state this with I 100% back what Ralston is saying. The Chinese do not like uncertainty. They are business people. They want this war to end. They're very practical people. They make their money from global trade. And when you have a war like this, it's disrupt business, and the Chinese don't like that. So they're going to try, as much as they would like to see Trump suffer, they don't want him dragged down the global economy and cost them trillions of dollars. They're not into that. These people are very sane people. They plan for the long term. They don't get emotional about things. They are business people. America is a rogue country. I go about the place and disrupt people business. The Chinese are not like that. Them in this for money. So they want this war to end. It's bad for business.
And Trump needs them to help him to end the war. I don't think without them.
That is why he's going there. Exactly. That is why he's going there.
Yes, he's going to China because this is one of the last cards you have to play. Another thing, Ralston.
Yeah.
This war is an existential threat to Iran. They will not back down. They have no choice.
That's the point I'm making. Yep.
Okay.
That's the point I'm making.
If they do not fight, they will overrun by Israel. This is a survival thing for them.
Precisely.
So they're not going to back down. They're not going to back. They have to stand their ground. They want to ask the man, a general in Vietnam, how long were you willing to fight the United States? He said 1 day long, and you were willing to stay because we have no place to go. We have to fight you.
Yeah, man. Sorry.
You understand? So this war has to come to an end.
Hold on, my lady. Chris, go ahead, Chris.
Yes. Let me listen to Chris.
Is, let me just say this before I get off. The war is bad for the Chinese economy. They don't like
it.
They're burning through
energy,
driving up the cost of business, and they don't like it. So they're going to try and help Trump to end this war just because of the business. Another thing, Colin, I sent you an article that Modi in India told the Indian people that they must start work from home, stop traveling up and down the country. They need to save energy. Okay, this is an existential threat to every country, any big economy. This war is destroying people's economy.
Modi, the Prime Minister of India, came out and told the people that himself.
Yeah, man.
Yes, at that speech, he told the people.
You are on the place, man.
So what is happening? Why our Prime Minister, the most honorable Andrew Michael Radam Brogard Wellness, has not spoken to the people of Jamaica? Is it that Jamaica is all right, as the finance minister said, any price I'll reach, we can buy it?
I
No,
hear
man.
Ralston say something all the while, and I so agree with Ralston. And sometimes I hear the frustration in his voice. When them tell people for hold strain, it's because them think black people used to suffering.
Correct. Simple. Simple as that.
You know,
And the
see, so
people,
them say,
and the
boy,
people demonstrate.
we can't take suffering.
Hold
Yeah,
Yeah,
on there,
man.
Chris.
that's what it is.
No, man.
Hold on.
Make him
They
talk,
have
man.
no
Well,
plan. And for tough time come out
well,
and say what I'm saying about the hospital is a disgrace.
Mm-hmm.
It's an absolute disgrace that him can't finish his hospital. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
man.
I have nothing to say about the JLP party. Them is an abject failure in my estimation. But the Jamaican people chose them, so they will have to ride it out.
Yeah.
Correct.
Go ahead, my
Anyway,
lady.
I'm gonna get off my list.
well,
Yes,
Correct.
sir.
I'm just gonna say, from what I know of the dragon, and I've been studying him for a long time, and from what I have seen so far, after pulling so much of their investment out of the US market and establishing BRICS with the same Mr. Modi, India, and other countries, and has BRICS up and running long before the war started, February 28th. All I'm saying, and I will stand by this, when you're trading with the Chinese people, they are honorable people when it comes to business. If you come straight with them, they go straight with you. But them not gonna complete business without them having an advantage.
But Auntie,
Right now,
what
they
I can
really
tell
don't
you,
need.
what I can tell you,
Wait, Colin. Wait a minute. Let me finish this, Colin. Because of the oil and Iran and all that, they have to get their oil out for them to run on the Strait of Hormuz. The US will have to take a step back because the Iranian, they're not going to mess with the Iranian deal that they have
Carla,
ongoing for so long.
this is what I want to tell you. If anybody going back out at the meeting Wednesday, is not Donald Trump. Donald Trump need this meeting. It is his final card to get out of this war because he wants to get out of the war, you know. He just don't want to come out being ashamed.
Where am I bring?
It needs
What
the
is he
help of the
bringing to the
Chinese.
table?
Him not bringing
Okay,
anything. Him going ask for help, right,
wait.
Raleigh? And I help him
Yeah?
ask
I'll
for.
wait.
Trump is going to ask for help.
I'll wait.
Let me tell you what happened.
That's why I like my Canadian Prime Minister, you know. He never wait around because we are face Trump doing all the things he's doing. And we says no. And we have the oil. What we are doing now is facilitating China. We are selling China LNG and we're selling China oil from Alberta. Let me tell you something. If you, I don't, Uncle Rassan, are you factoring Canada? Alberta is what? The third largest or the what? Oil in Alberta. Alberta has oil which we are selling China right now, and we don't have to go through US. So that's why I'm speaking from this standpoint, right on top of the world here, looking down. And I leave that with you.
All right,
and I
Carla.
say that too. Maybe I'm wrong.
But we'll
I'm
see.
wrong.
It's a pregnant seed coming.
We'll see.
We'll see. Thank you.
Yes, all right. I'll
Go ahead, Raleigh. You were saying?
I'm saying to you that the visit is well advanced. The Donald is going to go to China and he's going to ask President Xi to help him. And President Xi is going to tell him, say, yo, stop block up the man in place and come to a compromise if you want the war start. Stop. Yeah? So President Xi is not going to double cross Iran or anything like that. President Xi is going to tell Donald that you have to agree to some of the man them terms if you want peace. Yeah? Simple. And Donald needs the help of a big man like President Xi to help him out. Yep. So it is going to happen.
Sean, you have to understand a little sarcasm sometimes.
Yep.
And you have to also remember that Andrew Holness is our Prime Minister. He is the Prime Minister of Jamaica. Ralston, with the war, we see no end in sight. And when Darrell Vaz came out and talked about Petrojam and the oil price, I know that he was panicking. Is it that, are you of the opinion that the entire cabinet is panicking right now, don't know what to do, therefore they keep silent?
Yeah, man, they don't know what to do, man, because them don't understand the world. Them youth are some little youth, you know. And them get for run. And them get for run.
You don't have to be big man to understand what is going on out there, Raleigh.
Well, it tells you about their mindset. The fact that every leader in the world come out and I try to do something for them people. And them not do nothing. It tells you about their mindset. Them have big titles and them thing, but them really not have no experience about how the world run.
Let's take a call. Hello, good evening, caller. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Ralston Hyman is on the line with us as well.
Yeah, two things I want to say. One thing I want to add to what Ralston said. The Iranians are saying that they want the oil to be selling the Chinese yuan, not in the American dollar. So the Russian is also agree with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're not going to accept the petrodollar. You know what I mean? And one more thing I want to say. I don't know if you saw this clip on YouTube where the Prime Minister's wife is standing by a container being unloaded. And she's telling the people that they are to give towards her charity.
No,
when her husband is been using charity money and buying stocks. You know what I mean? Her husband is using charity money to buy stocks, and she's telling people must give to her charity. I'm telling you, man, these people are sick, mate. These people have no
very bad
conscience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I wonder if they have a heart, though. I wonder
if these people
possess a heart.
Her husband is using charity money to buy stocks, and she's asking people to give to her charity.
Yes.
Anyway, I'm moving on.
All right, my brother. Respect. Raleigh, I just talked to Dewey in Vaz a while ago. From down in central Westmoreland. And he said that hundreds of people are still living under the blue tarpaulin. With the hurricane season just about a month away. Nephew was saying that we shouldn't beat up on the government too much. But I was saying to Nephew that the government have the wherewithal to look after these people a long time ago. Is it that the government is storing up the money to put through the Nara to do this big project while leaving the average Jamaican to suffer and to fend for themselves?
But that would be very cruel. How him nephew mean we mustn't beat up on the government. It's the government's responsibility to assist the people to get their lives back on track. What do you mean by that? Almost 7 months now since the hurricane. Government went out there and looked donations and mobilized loans and all of those things to rehabilitate the place. Government said them had the roofs program to rehabilitate the people's houses. I mean we mustn't beat up on the government. So who must beat up on?
I also asked the MP if the government has delivered any house to any one of his constituents. And he said not one to his knowledge.
So you have to fit selling at the Senate, so only 920 of those them coming.
But we are those 900. Anybody get them yet?
We don't even see them either. Precisely. We don't even see them. So at first we were about 5,000. Now him say only 920 and nobody hasn't even seen them.
And him said there's 700 more to come.
Yep. But we haven't seen any of the 920 yet.
That's the point. That's the point. These guys are talking.
Yeah. Not even a photograph of the 920. How come we don't see a photograph of them?
You think them would have carros come here and not take pictures?
And that's the point I'm making. That's
over the place.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking you. How come we don't see them? Not on social media. Not in near media. Yeah.
Let me tell you something. They might have some houses here. But the government is playing games with the lives of the Jamaican people.
Yeah.
Because they are waiting on something big to happen and then them say, but we have the house them and then they might show you some house. What kind of games are these?
That don't make no sense, man. That can't make no sense.
They're not serious about the country.
That can't make sense, man.
It's when the Jamaican people ain't going to rise up, Raleigh. When?
That can't make sense. The Jamaican people are long suffering, man.
Me see, I spoke to Angela Brownberg Saturday morning. And I see a labor right blogger put out breaking news. PNP planning to burn down the country. What kind? You see, these labor rights, they are devious. And they are the worst thing that has ever happened to Jamaica. My God.
But that is rubbish still, no? The people can't allow them to use that to prevent peaceful protests. Now, all over the world, there has been peaceful protests since the
But
war.
what Angela Brownberg did in the parliament was peaceful protests
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
got the necessary media attention.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted her to go a little further and fling it out so that CNN and BBC would have it carried.
Mm-hmm.
Protesting the behavior of the GLP members in the parliament and, of course, the chairman of the parliament, who is the speaker of the house.
Yeah, man. Peaceful protest is always a part of democracy. That's rubbish. Don't say business about burn down Jamaica. Stupidness.
But it's a halfway do it still, so I'm all right.
Yeah, man. Don't say, man.
Caller, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show. Ralston Iman is on the line as well.
Hey, Raleigh, what I go on, my boss?
Yeah, man. Blessings.
First thing, Vaz has sent up a beat up on the government too much. So who we must blame?
Not Vaz, Nevio, not Vaz.
Nevio, okay, all right, no, all right, pass that.
That's a foolish argument.
Question to you, Colin.
Yeah.
If we get the free money, Colin, to people them after their housing, and they not get it, Colin. So the money where them a borrow for invest in a Naira, you think the people them all get not right, Colin?
But no, there's nothing in the Naira that says the people them now West and St. Elizabeth will lose them house and all them things y'all get no tight, you know. Not none of the Naira for that.
So why they want to put it like say, oh, PMP no want people to get their house on it something because they don't want them oppose Naira. Tell me.
It is narrative that they are building and not building a nation, my brother.
You can't want that wicked people and them they calling. Eh?
But
the free money will come for the people them.
The point I'm making though
and the money
is that
borrow, invest, to make back money, to pay back on a loan. Or no give poor people them like the money there to build up house, Colin.
Hold on there, caller. Go ahead, Raleigh.
The point I'm making is that the opposition, the civil society people, cannot allow that cheap narrative from preventing them and dissuading from doing what is right. Peaceful protest is an integral part of democracy right across the globe. And we have seen peaceful protests right across Europe, right across Africa, and right across Asia since the start of this war. People protesting against the cost of living. Even in Venezuela the other day, people were peacefully protesting that they want more pay in order to cope with the rising cost of living. So this nonsense about burn down country and you're afraid to have peaceful protests because some nitwits have said they're going to burn down place and them thing. You can't make them thing to stop you. Democracy involves peaceful protests. Rubbish.
Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, we need to grow.
So Colin,
yes.
You remember the other day when time election was about to happen, Minister of Education lady, what's she name there, we come and talk about, oh, teachers, don't worry, we got a big package for you all, so it's gonna be good. It's gonna be like it's gonna be more than what you guys asked for. What now, Colin?
Yeah, man. Yes, nothing for them.
Oh, they might be, you come on nice of Colin, say don't worry about it, guys. We have something nice for you all. And blah blah blah. What now, Colin, when you win?
Everybody in Jamaica is going to take a real pay cut because the cost of living or the rate of inflation is way above your pay. So what your money will buy is much less than it could buy before. That is tantamount to a pay cut. So your standard of living is going to fall. That's where we are right now.
All right, caller, you hear that?
Yeah, man. No, see how road Colin just go and bonfire, my boss.
Yeah, man. One love. Raleigh, how much money has gone on to a liter of oil since the war started in February? Have you checked that lately?
In Jamaica?
Yes.
Almost $50, man.
Almost $50 on a liter.
Yeah, man.
So if you buy 30 liters of gas when you go to fill up your tank, 30 liters, 30 times $50. You'd now be paying $1,500 more.
All right. I remember I remember, get 1,500 more on your pay, So you have to take that
get by your pay.
Right. So you have to take that.
More for flour, more for rice,
more
for sugar.
So it's to the point, me I make. Yep.
And your electricity bill would have increased because the gas price, the oil bill and your electricity gone up.
So which part that leave if you cut? Your food bill or your medicine bill. You can't cut none of them bill. Your water bill gone up, your light bill gone up, your gas bill gone up. Yeah? And your pay remain the same. So it means you have to cut
the picnic them money.
No.
Where you go to school.
So you have to buy less food. And if you're on medication, you have to buy less medication. So you see the point of what I talk about. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Hold on there.
Hello?
That's where we are.
Putting up big screen in a comment. Hold on, caller.
Oh, shit.
Oh, put up big screen in the town square them that people can watch Portland Spice TV if you get the education that we're giving out on this show. And that's why we invite you all to be ambassadors, Share the channel with everybody in our contact when we come on. So people can learn and get this kind of information. Flour gone up. When flour gone up, it means bulla, bread, bun,
everything that is big man. Yeah, man.
Gone up. Your dumpling and mackerel gone up. Carla, good evening. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Good evening, Mr. Caldwell.
Yes.
Here in California, gas is very expensive too.
Hold on, California. Take us off of the speaker, no? Or if you have in a earbud, take it out. Cause you sound like you're there. Down in Australia.
Hold on a second. Hold on.
Take out the earbud and take away off a speaker and talking on the phone. Make we hear like you're right up of California, yes, sir.
Hold on a second. I don't know how. Hold on. Wait. Let me take out my GPS.
Yeah, man. With all of this happening, Raleigh, what about those people who are not working? How them are going to...
Can you hear me now?
Hold on. Go ahead, caller.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, I'm saying here, gas prices up also and food price.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
And right now, to fill up my gas this morning, it was like 10 gallon of gas, and it cost me $62 to fill it up.
Yeah, man. $6 and change a gallon. Yeah, man.
And gas dearer at Jamaica than up there.
So how much it would be 62? How much would be 10 gallon of gas for you over there? Multiply $62 to your Jamaican dollars.
That's $10,478.
That's why when I came to
Jamaica, I said, hold on. Let me tell you something. 10 gallon of gas is like 40 liter.
Yeah, man.
And a liter, what's a liter in Kingston, Raleigh?
Gas?
Yeah. How much we a liter of gas in a town?
Call it an average of $200.
That is in Kingston, is about
that's average. That's average.
So if you multiply that 40 times 200, that's
about 8,000.
Well, in Portland, it's about $260 a liter.
All right.
And anybody can check it for me, please check it. So it would have been about the same in Portland, 10,400. But I think gas dearer than that. Anybody can check how much a liter in their area and tell us what the cost. All right, caller. Thanks for calling.
Everything is skyrocketing,
yeah. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. That are the consequences of the war, right across the world. Yeah. Right. That is why every global leader come out and address them people.
All right, $255 in St. Anne. Go ahead, Marie. Welcome. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, good evening. Sorry about that. Just as I'm calling and answer, my daughter called me, start to hang up. Rally at 7, at 9, and then again, oh my God, this is so good. Because today is a beautiful day. We're getting all the analysis.
Yes.
And, and then I think, I'm calling. So when I listen to the show, people think the listeners them that listen to the program, the people that are idiots, You hear the questions them that the people asked like that gentleman before when he say, if the free money did come in and people never get anything out of it, what in it for Nara?
You think
You
a
know?
joke and Nara money or borrow money, them not give the people them none out of that.
The man say, and that people forgot pay back, and people not getting anything out of it. But moving right along, like say Barbados, you see, since March, Barbados has done things. Myanmar has done things to cushion the crisis in Barbados with the rising oil prices. She has given the people them subsidy on the electric bill. Where I read that they might be getting back like $16 a month, Barbados dollars. People might say a monkey money that, but then again, you just did a calculation a while ago when Raleigh say $5 or whatever gone on some gas, and you did a multiplier effect a while ago. And the only thing you could have said is dollar, because when you think about the effect,
no, it's $50 a litre gone on pan gas. Not $50 a litre since the beginning of the war.
Yeah, 10 weeks. Yeah,
right.
man.
Right. And
in
you did a
St. Catherine, hold on, Marie. Them say in St. Catherine is $245 a litre. Yeah. In St. Anne, it's $255. Yeah, man. Somebody says $230, but I'm sure in Portland it's about $280.
Yeah, man. Try look for 9,000, 10,000 range in the 40 gallon. Yeah.
Yeah. Continue, Marie.
And Raleigh just said something a while ago that people not get not even $1,500 as them raise a fee. So it's another thing.
You don't
is
get
that,
nothing. Hold on, Marie, not get nothing 15. You don't get no raise up here. Nobody not get no raise up here since the thing gone up. Minimum wage increase what? The 1st of July, Raleigh?
1st of July, $1,000. That done already.
That time the $1,000 pay. And then Raleigh just said something a while ago that people just took an involuntary pay cut away. Pay cut.
Yeah, man. That pay cut everybody take. Yeah.
Yeah, because the little money where them get, it cannot buy the food basket what Andrew they carry in a parliament a couple of years ago. That money cannot do not that food basket can't full.
No.
So an involuntary pay cut has been taken by this rising oil crisis, and nothing is being done to buck the trend to push on the crisis for people. So nephew, when you come and talk about harshness and whatnot and the rest, instead of asking Dwayne Vaz and saying that he's underrepresenting the people, is the Prime Minister doing a good job of the buck for the dollar when he say instead of raise them here in order to get good people in the Parliament to represent to give good governance. And before I go to Colin, something that I heard today, I was listening to Terry Cummings. The Speaker of the House, one of our duties when people talk about schedule is to be more on the side of the opposition because she's supposed to protect them from the governing party. That's one of the duties of the Speaker. She's supposed to more protect the opposition than the government.
Yeah, man. But it's the worst Speaker of the House this we have ever had,
Yeah, man.
This is the worst Speaker of the House. Hold on, Carl.
Without a doubt. Yeah, man.
So let's go back to some of the thing them. In Portland, somebody said in Portland it's $267.50. There's a gas station in Buff Bay. The Texaco. I want somebody to check that gas station in Buff Bay for me, please, and tell me, because at one time that was the most expensive gas station in Jamaica. And somebody's asking if I ever check the price at the Yardman gas station them, what price them are run. In Trelawney, it's $240 a litre for gas. Before the war, gas was $70 a barrel. The government cast their budget at $62 a barrel. Raleigh, isn't that a con-man government? How gas could be selling at the time when you're casting the budget for $70 a barrel and you cast a budget at $62? How does that work, Raleigh?
I'd say it's incompetence. Just like how they miscalculated the edge, it's incompetence.
But Raleigh, hold on. Darrell Vaz, is the Minister of Energy, come say when the war started, gas was $70 a barrel. I know you see so, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying it's gross. It's incompetence. So that means the assumption was that the world economy would go into a steep decline because as the world economy increases, your energy price will go up because the demand for gasoline would go up. So they were projecting that the world economy would be going in another direction, which tell you all the while they don't know nothing about the world.
But Rally, no, and the people of Jamaica need to take this very, very serious, Rally. You are casting a budget and you are saying to the Jamaican people that we will be buying oil at $62 a barrel. Your energy minister came out and told us that at the time that you were doing that drafting of the budget, oil was $70 a barrel. I don't think that's incompetence, Rally.
So you believe that you believe that's a deliberate con?
It's a con, Rally. It's a deception.
I dunce the man. No, man. I dunce the man. Them dunce, man.
Them, Rally. Hold on. You have people like you on radio. People like me and Conrad O'Brien and maybe a Simon Kraskill. Who once we get wind of this, Andre Stevens, Perry Cummins. Once we get wind that this is what oil is selling for, we are going to talk.
Yeah, but guess what I'm telling you? Yeah, but guess what I'm telling man them say? Them isolate we by saying them man are just bad-minded. Don't listen to nothing what them say. And the people them buying at them foolishness.
No, but I think we need to get back to this, you know, because this
them use the bad mind.
Right.
Them use the bad mind phrase. Them use the bad mind phrase and marginalize people like we. Lucius White, people like
selling gas for $235 per liter. No, Rally, something not right there, sir. How you do that? And to date, oil has reached over $100 a barrel per the world market. And the only thing we saw or hear is Darrell Vaz come panicking. Say they're going to feel like we're down like in a COVID.
Colin, at the same set of man to tell the people and say the Great Recession would have helped Jamaica, you know. At the same set of man to tell the people and say going to the IMF was neither necessary nor appropriate, you know. At the same set of man who go at the IMF and take the wrong agreement and then take the man and money and make it get locked out of the international capital markets. At the same set of man them. So I don't know why you believe them grow because them have big titles and all of them something.
You know, Rally, somebody in the chat room said it right.
Yeah.
You hear what somebody in the chat room say? They know the Jamaican people not listening.
Of course. And then marginalize people. And then marginalize and tell. Yep. And then tell people them say people like we just bad-minded. And that me I try to tell you. Yep.
Cleveland, you get it right.
Yep. Yep.
You get it right.
I tell you, man. It's true, man.
No, it's not Cleveland. Alicia.
Yeah, man. And so
the people not listening. Yeah, Rally. Man. Yeah.
Yep. And them say we bad-minded. Yeah, don't listen to them.
Them say
them just bad-minded.
Colin Bell a political activist.
Yeah, man.
Ralston man, bad mind.
Bad mind. Lucius White, bad mind. Yeah, bad Simon Pascal, bad mind. Yeah. Mind. Yeah, man.
No, listen to them. Them are bad news whore.
Ah, that's Damian King. Yeah, all right. All right. You get it.
Good evening. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good evening, Colin. Good evening, Mr. Ralston.
Blessings, sir.
So, question to you now, sir. So you think it's soon that you might see Jamaica start out growing with uncat with money when no value nothing?
Well,
like the African country. Because the way things are going, man, the things are got so high that people can't buy nothing because the money have no use.
Trust me, man. Yeah. I don't believe so we'll reach the uncat business soon, but trust me, the prices are rise rapidly. You know, Colin?
Yeah.
Yesterday I talked to John Mafood, the CEO of Jamaican Teas.
Yes.
And the man said the cost of doing business is going to go up by at least 20% because of where I want now. If not talk about tomorrow.
If that
if the war. Yeah.
If that happen, what inflation going to go up to?
Well, look on me, I tell you about we look on 10-15%, man. And we're talking about now. We're not talking about if the war continue as we are now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So,
Jesus.
Mr. Colin, next thing to you know, Mr. Colin,
Yes, sir.
case and set up the account, you know, because me can't use a cash app and them thing there.
All
no.
right, we're gonna get that account
Please,
up
sir.
and running. Madam
Yeah, man,
Producer.
because we want to contribute to your thing, you know, because you guys is doing a wonderful thing, man.
All right. Right, we're
All
gonna
right,
get
All
it.
right, sir. And right,
Yeah,
and
man.
right now, gas up here, you know, me for my truck $110. Me a pay for full up my truck with gas, you know.
Yeah,
So
man.
picture that. Me used to pay $60 or $70 for fill up my truck, now $110. And if it
Yep.
go down to 000, it a go up. It sometimes me pay to what 170 almost $120. Fill up the truck and is a
Labor
pickup
right,
truck.
brethren. Me and him a come from far. Him have water truck. And I saw him the other day. And Madam Producer, I'm hold on for me and say, me nah tell you no lie, you know, Shaka. Over $380,000. No. Over $380,000 a week. Him say him gas bill gone to over $1 million a month. So I said to him, so you gonna raise the water? He said, oh, me for raise water for poor people, they gonna buy it.
They can't buy it. Yeah, man.
Oh, they gonna buy
Yep.
water.
So he must absorb most of them things. If no mind shop, him go bankrupt.
Tell her.
Which is another part of which is another part of the equation we want to work out for the people, as Jana said. So when the cost of business go up by 20%, you have to cut costs and you have to raise prices. Yeah? The consumers will get a pay increase, so them can't absorb the price increase. So you have to stock less goods. So it means you need less people for work.
Yes.
It means people have to lose jobs. That's the point. You get the point. Right?
Well, it's sad though, because when you hear the government, I say, boy, we have to come back home. Come back home.
Why?
Look good.
Why I believe the Jamaican people need to protest right now. The government in 2016 made a very bad decision.
Yeah.
A very bad decision. And like Angela Brownberg, who said, I took up the mace against the standing orders. Those who have the authority to punish, go ahead and punish. I am saying to the Jamaican people, the Andrew Holness-led administration made a terrible decision in 2016 when they stopped using the tax collected and been collecting, still collecting from the people of Jamaica, and said that they don't need to hedge. They don't need to insure our purchase of oil on the world market. Now that push come to shove, consequences must come. The Jamaican people must call back this government. I can't agree that, like you tell me, Ralston said gone already. I don't agree with that.
Yeah, but here's the point me I make to you. The Jamaican people right now, what them I try though, is to see how them can survive amid the massive price increases. How them can survive amid the rundown nature of the hospital services and all of the basic services. If the opposition no mobilize the people, telling the people to go out there go protest is a fool's errand. The people now go do it on them own. Somebody have to mobilize them. So we can't take that responsibility from the opposition of abdicating them responsibility to the people. Somebody have to mobilize the people. People who hungry and under pressure. Them now just take up themselves and go out there. So somebody
so
have to do
the
that.
opposition must mobilize, get up off on sit down pan.
Simple.
Mobilize the people because the government blunder and we people.
Before I reach this and put on the edge, when Peter Phillips was a try get we back on track, yeah? Peter Phillips said, boy, I'm going to impose a $5 tax on every $1,000 we withdraw from the ATM machine. And when Jonas them said, they're going to lock down the country if him do that. And Peter
Rally.
Felix have to withdraw the tax. You
Rally.
remember that? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Rally. How
Yeah.
much PJ did put on gas when Labour right burned down the country?
That's the point I tell you about $20.
And they burnt it down.
Yep.
So bap idiot boy from Port Antonio.
Yeah, man.
Where I talk about PNP are breaking news. PNP are organized for burn down country. And Labour right burn down Jamaica.
Yep.
If we are going to protest, it's going to be peaceful. I am not calling for anybody to burn down anywhere or light any tire. I am saying we must march on Jamaica House.
And I'm saying to you that the opposition and the civil society movement, including the church, they have the same position about the Naira. So there can be a coalition of forces. Civil society people are not going to burn down the country.
And we don't want a country to burn down. We don't want anywhere to burn, not even a blade of grass.
Peaceful protest is an integral part of democracy. So we can have a...
Let me remind that clown Ralston, that fool, when we wanted the road from Harborview to Port Antonio to start, we marched from Fairhill to Port Antonio. Peaceful.
Yeah,
and after that peaceful march, they assassinated Dr. Linville Bloomfield, the member of Parliament.
Yeah.
Peaceful march. Never burn a blade of grass. Never block no road.
Yeah, man. Them things are necessary.
Go sit
them
down.
things are necessary. Yeah, man.
I could listen to Auntie Dan. Evening, Auntie Dan.
Yes, greetings to my two brothers.
Bless up.
Yes.
You know, this wasn't the first thing I was going to talk to you about, but you see, at this time, like how that argument come out about burn down, I wouldn't advise PNP now to mobilize any protest demonstration.
Do you think the Labour right then going go out, they go light fire?
Yes. Yeah.
But we can't be afraid of that, Auntie Dan. This time.
Yeah, so
No. You see, the thing is, when them blaze the fire, you know, a poor people place usually get burned.
Them can't blaze the fire, man. What happened to the 28th civil society group? No, man. We can't bow to them something. Them things not gonna happen.
No, yes, I know, but I'm
Auntie
saying
Dan.
if they should have mobilized
Hold on.
before now.
Auntie Dan, when you are mobilizing that peaceful march, you ensure that the police is out there and any guy, because we not block no road neither.
Me not trust police.
No,
and
any
guy,
man. There's some of them we can trust. Any guy try block no road or light a blade of grass, arrest him.
Enough of them. We don't have enough of them that we can trust.
Well, guess what? The PNP.
Because
hold
no,
on.
what I'm
hold on
saying,
hold on a little bit.
The PNP can do it, you know.
And the
but
PNP
at this time, you see, like how that utterance come out now.
No, we can't be afraid of them little half with their Auntie Dan.
No, but the half with them make the problems, you know.
Yeah, but we met the police.
Hold on. You see that boy me I talk about?
I
don't say something, but I not say it.
Yeah, man.
Well, don't.
Yeah,
but
say nothing.
You see, the thing is, you see, and sometimes, yes, you might, maybe it's not, you might have him as the messenger, you know.
Him is just, no man, him is just a propagandist where do him understand the propaganda we must spread.
Okay, I hear you. I hear you. But me still feel say at this time,
if it was like, just a
because you see, them just want one person say it, you know. Them just want one person to say it, and then we make it a reality anyhow we push out to it. You know.
Hold on the Auntie Dan. Where's the rally?
Well, what I say, this is not a PNP thing. This is not a political thing. The 28 civil society groups are on the same page. The church is on the same page. So it would be a PNP march. It would be a PNP in conjunction with civil society and the churches because they have the same position on the same issue.
All well-thinking Jamaicans.
All
patriotic Jamaicans.
Yeah,
but you have to also realize that you're not dealing with people who have a strong reasoning ability, you know. And we see what they have done already, and we know they can do it again.
Those days are over. Them things can't work again.
I think they should. I think the PNP should have started that early on.
Well, guess what, Auntie
Or
Don?
No.
ease off
Wait.
Yeah,
little
why it
now
says that?
and wait till. Anyway,
Yeah, why it is
what
more
I
opportune
want
now?
to ask
Hold on, Auntie
Ralston,
Don. Hold on. Where's the rally?
If them did do it alone by themselves, people that see it as being political, you try to sabotage the government. But them have the cover of civil society now because civil society have the same position.
The
So it
church
could
have the
not be
same
seen as a
position.
political march. The church have the same
they think they're
position.
afraid to put church. You think they're afraid
No,
to
man.
put church and civil society in a PNP
No, man. No.
thing there? Them do it already,
Most,
you know.
no, but hold on. Most of those civil
Anyway. Go ahead, Raleigh.
What me did call to ask about Ralston. I was listening to you when you talk about the budget with the $60 gas.
$62
you know,
a barrel. Yeah.
yes, but they use that. No, I'm not an economist. I'm not an accountant. But I have little experience when in the work world where you had to put together, you have to make a project, budget for your project and so. And I'm asking, what would you gain from under budgeting?
That's what I'm telling you. I don't stand dance.
I'm trying to think what they would give, because usually when you do a proposal, you know, you usually try put it at the far end.
Precisely.
That you have, yes.
So you have room for compromise.
Understand.
Right.
Yeah,
So you don't
man.
put it at the lower end.
Yes,
No.
that's right. Because it gives space that if any inflation come in before the proposal got through, you still have money can use.
That's the point I
But
make.
you not start at the bottom, below the market price.
That's why I'm telling you I don't stand dance, man. I don't know can I dance them dance.
But so much of them,
Yeah, man.
so much of
Know what I
them
mean?
dance in a one place.
Dance them dance, man. They only have big titles, but them dance.
All right, Auntie Don.
All right, take care.
Blessings.
Yeah.
1-876-804-7072. Go ahead, caller.
Colin, good evening, man, to you and Ralston.
Bless up.
Yeah, man.
I heard a Labour right call a talk show today. And I can't believe that the man don't know what is happening in this country. He was saying to Simon, he supports the NARA bill because too much red tape, because he's a contractor and parish council have to approve the plan. And JPS has to come in after that, which take a long time. The poor man don't understand that this don't have nothing to do with everyday people. It is for the government trying to fast track their project. It don't have nothing to do with the small man who is a contractor. Because as far as I'm concerned, none of the approval which is granted from the parish council coming right downstream, not going to stop. It will always have to go through all those statutory approvals.
The only things that not going to go through, there are things that NARA do. And it has to go, hold on. It's not that it's not going to go through parish council. It will go through the parish council, but if the parish council decide that they're not passing it, or the government is going to say to the parish council, you have a week to give me about this. And if they don't give them back in a week, the prime minister can pass it. So it's not for the average man. Not for the average man.
Not for the average man. And the labor rights are being brainwashed because they don't understand what the bill is saying. Because for you to be calling the radio station said, boy, approve NARA, you know, because boy, too much red tape in the country because I am a contractor and I have to draw a plan and get the plan passed. That is not going to stop. That is not going to stop the statutory approval.
Unless you can get your NARA to do your project.
But it's not a NARA project. You say you're a private contractor. So
No,
you
but
see the
hold on. NARA will be doing private projects as well.
Well, based on what he's saying, he's a small contractor. And,
but maybe he say he's a labor right, so maybe he have connection. NARA can do anything. Anything.
Oh boy, you see, we are back to square one then, you know, because
so maybe he can get the prime minister. Maybe he can get the prime minister to say to NARA, say, all right, That man there build a 2-bedroom over there, so put it in your scope of work and get it done.
Let me tell you something.
Boy, I tell you,
Let me
man.
tell you something here, man. We are going to suffer with all of this thing, you know. Jamaican people is gonna suffer. That's all I have to say.
We're going to suck salt through board spoon.
I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
All right.
The next thing I want to touch base with.
Yeah.
One more thing before Ali. Do these two places have something in common? Which I want you to differentiate them for me. The earthquake in Port Royal in 1862, and also Black River, which was devastated by the hurricane. Do the both of them have something in common?
I don't. Do they rally more than they were on the sea coast? I don't know.
That's what is common to me. What is gonna say?
What have you seen?
What do you think, Carla?
Let me help you guys out.
Yeah.
It was the rock that destroyed Port Royal, and Port Royal has not been rebuilt. And the same rocks that destroyed Black River, they need to leave Black River alone.
So let me
all
ask,
this reconstruction, them feel leave Black River alone. Just like how they have to get rid of Port Royal, they're not supposed to go back in Black River.
Hold on.
Reconstruction and project.
Hold on, Carla. At the time, Port Royal was known as the richest and the wickedest city in the world. Right?
Yes.
What is the atrocity against Black River? I don't know. Tell me.
I'm from the central, you know. Suppose I tell you, say, Black River, Flight Green had his base down there, you know. Flight Green bought out all of the wholesale, all of the supermarket, everything for the election, you know. The whole of Black River was turning green because it is always orange. And I want people from Black River to call and tell you what took place in Black River. There was a bike shop there that used to rent bike to the tourists. Flight Green rent all of those bikes and have field supporters them. Patrol in the entire area, rent a cars, everything. That was what took place in Black River. So the wrath of God.
It was political wickedness.
The wrath of God. The wrath of God. Because in order to win back that seat, he was to spend a lot of money. When you look at the NCB Bank, it was totally destroyed where all of those money came through. All of those supermarket, wholesale. People used to enjoy them rum and boom and them care packages. You take care.
All right, sir.
All right, boy.
Cool.
Later. Raleigh, the man said the wrath of God, sir. Raleigh, what should we expect this week?
Well, watch and see what the BOJ does if it's going to mop up more liquidity. Watch and see what is happening with the dollar. 158.92 this evening. So let's see what happens.
Do you think that the fact that the net international reserve fell by over $400 million will bring them back to their senses?
Why you don't even know what to say about them, man. Trust me. It's really so unpredictable the way them operate. You don't know what to say. So you don't know what to expect on any particular day. What we know is that the stock market will continue to meander because there's very little confidence in what is happening. What we are seeing is very little production and price increases. So that's where we are. Yep. So you want to watch it day by day.
And with gas prices continue to go up.
Yeah, man.
How are the transportation operators? I remember Ejita Newman told you that Daryl Vaz promised him their fare increase in 4 weeks. It is now maybe about closer to 2 months since that promise was made. How the taxi operators are coping with this increase in gas price?
Some of them increase them price by themselves. Them not wait on the government. Yes, so some of them are suffer and some of them increase them price by themselves and them still are suffer. Because the passengers can't deal with it and them have to deal with the gas every day.
The final question I want to ask you this evening. People who are earning the minimum wage, can they continue to go to work and feed their family in this kind of environment?
Them have to go work, but them can't feed them family. Them have to cut back on everything. Mr. Man, I eat rice and cut up sausage night and all of them something. That's how the people them going back to right now. Yep. So the whole thing about food insecurity, because them have to go work, because if them not go work, it worse. But them have to cut back on the food, because them can't cut back on the light, them can't cut back on the water. So food and nutrition become the biggest consequences of what is taking place now. Yep. Yep. Food.
Anything you want to add finally before you go rally?
Well, all I say is that all well-thinking Jamaicans must call upon the administration to do something to help the people in order to navigate these terrible times. Yeah? So we need to get a supplementary budget that makes sense as quickly as possible. And we're saying the opposition has a role in mobilizing and educating the people. Peaceful protest is an important part of democracy. And if we continue on the current trajectory, we are going to see a very steep recession, more suffering, and more criminality. Simple.
Blessings, my brother. Thanks, Raleigh.
Yeah.
One love.
All right, blessings. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. Thanks
Yeah,
to
man.
all the
Blessings.
listeners and the viewers, all the Portland Spice ambassadors who are sending out the channel, and more people are coming on. If you have not yet subscribed, please remember to subscribe, like, and share. Coming up right after this program is Religious Freedom with Peter Stamp. Coming up right after we close out this program. Once again, please remember to join us tomorrow evening, 5 p.m. for another Colin Bell show. And we're talking about the morning show. It's on the table. We are discussing it, working out the logistics. It will happen pretty soon. One love, my people. Portland Spice TV. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow evening, peace be with you. Coming up next,